So, I thought about trying to set something up to better record this. Oh god, I'm so bad at this. I'm outside because I was taking a walk and I was going to try to film while walking. And then it dawned on me that even at this time of night, there's going to be so much street noise that it's going to be even worse than being in my house, which is directly next to a freeway. Um, so I should probably go somewhere that was off the street. Um, Although I did just have a dude walk by me wearing a trench coat and hopefully shorts that were shorter than the trench coat, but I kind of sort of suspect just a trench coat. Um, Not what I'm going for today. But as I was walking here, I had an awkward, I don't know which one of us to go on which side of the sidewalk moment with someone who was like, sorry, man, I don't know how to walk. He was like, oh, it's okay, bro. And I was also referred to as one of two grown men earlier. So, that's fun for me. Um, it's Trans Day of Visibility. Hi, can you see me? Hello, I'm visible. This will probably not go up on that day. The ironic part is on my personal social media, I shared a video of the kids that I wasn't in because I filmed it. So I'm like, happy Trans Day of Visibility. You can't see me. Ha ha ha. Uh, Thought that was funny, but I like dad jokes. No, man. I don't know what I'm like. I had prior to the whole, dead mom of it all. I had a plan for what I was doing for my next video. Um, and now it just doesn't. And I feel fucked up that I don't feel fucked up. You know what I mean? And my oldest kid, the one who had the relationship with my mother, who I was actually concerned about, came over today and definitely was there's an effect, but I don't know, man. Like, it made me think about my brother and how I don't have my brother and how now I'm really literally alone, because when I would tell people I was alone after I lost my brother, they'd be like, yeah, but you have your mother. I didn't, but now I can be like, no, I don't. Fuck you. Now can I be sad about it? Shit, man. Can I be sad about the thing that's actually sad? Can I be sad about the thing that's crippling? Can I be so I thought today, in honor of Trans Day of Visibility, we would talk about the first time that I ever truly felt seen, because it is a fantastic memorial to my brother. So this was, I don't know, 2021 maybe. I, being the 40 something that I am now, 30 something, whatever, at the time, um, middle aged fucking dad. I'm not super hip to the meme culture. Certainly not when it comes to gaming things, because I have the hand eye coordination of, I don't know, uh, baby rhesus monkey, maybe? It's not good, is what I'm saying to you. I can pass a driver's test, and that's about as far as we're gonna get. Um, so, I don't know, video game memes. Um, so, he shows me this shit that is um, rem it's this bunch of dudes gaming, and it's like you just see them running through fucking tunnels and shooting shit or whatever, and they're talking to each other, and this one dude says what would you guys do if I died? And the other guys were like, I'd kick your corpse and I want to be there so I could spit on you. Just really horrible, awful shit that is the exact opposite of what you would do for your friend if they died. But on the other hand, I don't want you to die. Don't think it's gonna be a fun time, fucker. Fuck you, you know? Uh, and so he shows me this video, and because I have the most morbid sense of humor in the world, I laugh. And he's like, yeah, I showed it to my girlfriend, and she said it was horrible. It must just be a guy thing. And in that moment, I was like, he just casually, nonchalantly, without thinking about it, was just like, oh yeah, you're a guy. Obviously, this would be a thing. Like, and like, it's so ridiculous, but like, and it's just because he was the sort of person who tried his best to see everyone. And like, if you told him who you were, he accepted that at face value. And, we're talking loyalty, honesty, whatever, unless you proved him different, he believed you. Because, like, why wouldn't he? Sure, that bit him in the ass. I know that bit him in the ass. But, like, that was the first time I felt visible. That was the first time I felt seen. And I mean, really, truly, there's only one other person that has, outside of my children, who have been pretty fucking awesome. Um, there's only one other person who's really made me feel that seen, and that's my partner. Like, I have interactions with people that are good and positive and, whatever, but like, I don't know, man. Like, to have people know and then still see you as a man, not just you pass. Because passing is nice. Having strangers read me as male is nice. It really is. Just because it's convenient. It's not that I don't want people to know that I'm trans. I don't care. As long as you respect me for who I am, and even if you don't, slap the fucking pretend on it and be fucking polite in public. You want to be disrespectful in your house? Go the fuck ahead. I miss the days that people would like not spout their toxic bullshit all over public forums. That fucking racist, bigoted assholes would keep the shit in their fucking living rooms and out of the public spaces. That's what I miss. Because I know that I'm not gonna get rid of fucking bigots. I'm not a fucking moron. But, if you could shut the fuck up about it, that'd be real fucking cool because you're not helping yourselves or anyone else. And we're not going anywhere. Hi, I exist. I'm trans. Look at me on the internet. Whether or not anyone actually watches this, because at this point I have no viewership, they could. Maybe someday they will. But regardless, I exist. Yeah. I don't know, man. Like, grief is really weird. Because, like, I've definitely, I've experienced grief. And losing my brother by far has been the worst. By far. And, like, grief is not what I'm feeling losing my own mother. There's none of that. I I grieved her a long time ago because I realized that she was never the person that I thought she was and would never be the person that I needed her to be. The other thing that all of this has brought up is a running theme between myself, my brother, and my mother, which is constant suicidality. Hi, trigger warning. I don't do those. I don't know, maybe at some point I will. Um, I cannot remember a time that I didn't want to die. The first time that I really like thought about it and like made a plan, I was like 11, maybe younger. And like, I've had ebbs and flows, and I've had occasional moments that I'm like, I want to live. But those are, oh God, like if for 3 weeks in a row I think I don't want to die, that's a fucking miracle. And I've been alive for decades. Like, does that, ooh. And I had these conversations with my mother, And also, I saw her behavior my entire life. And as a middle aged man, and knowing the shit that I choose to do that I know goddamn well is not a good option. Hi, let me just vape right now. It tastes good and it makes me feel funny, and so I'm gonna keep doing it because what the fuck do I care? Everything I eat is a goddamn carcinogen. What does it fucking matter? But on the other hand, like, you know, I don't know. It's like it's a mitigated risk. I'm not smoking actual cigarettes when I could be, which I mean, I guess that's good. I don't drink full sugar soda, but I live on nothing but diet soda. Like, I don't take care of myself, and like, she wanted to die for like her whole fucking life. Like, I don't know if she talked to the other people around her, but man, oh daisies, the stories she would tell me about her childhood and the way that my grandfather would speak to her, and just sweet Jesus. Like, the woman was miserable her entire fucking life. Miserable with my father, miserable after, shitty fucking job, shitty fucking relation. Like, oh my god. So, like, why would I be sad she finally got what she's been aiming for decades and trying to do slowly? Like, I'm sorry, man. Like, it is what it is. Yeah. The thing about addiction, as far as I'm concerned, when we start getting into, like, the kinds of addictions that can literally kill you, not your like gambling, sex addiction. I guess you could die by sex addiction, and I guess mobs. You know what I mean? Like the things that like directly, like these actions will lead to your early demise. Um, you know, like my brother with the fucking opiates. It's knowing goddamn well that you might die and kind of hoping that that's one of the outcomes. It's not caring. It's going, that's a good option as well. And until you help people figure that part out, until my being dead is like kind of an okay option, sometimes the preferable one, for like a lot of people in society stops being like, like at this point, I exist purely because I know that there are people in my life that for whom I did not exist would have no one, which is super weird because in many aspects I have no one. Like, I have my partner, I have my kids. I kind of sort of sometimes have my ex-wife in some occasions, but certainly like we're not friends. Not like a slight against her. I can't maintain that kind of a relationship with her. Like, it's just not where we're at, and I don't really want to be. And so like, I fear most of my friends from before I came out because every time I hang out with someone and get misgendered, like to my face, like, how the hell are you talking about people in the third person that often that you're misgendering me in front of me to begin with? But like, dude, like, ugh. And it sucks. Like, getting misgendered by strangers is annoying, but getting misgendered by people who are supposed to be your friends is not something that I can deal with right now. And so I've just avoided everyone. And because at this point I don't have a job and I'm not in school and I don't interact with people. So like I don't have the opportunity to make new friends. I've avoided most of social media because like it has done me no good. All I do is argue with bigots and I understand that YouTube is social media, but this is a different situation. This is my old live journal days, only me getting to blab and have you hear the tone of my voice instead of just seeing it in text and trying to read the inflection. Because if you have the opportunity to watch it and listen to it, then you got a pretty good idea of what I'm actually trying to say. Grief is complex, and family relationships are complex, and they're especially complex when you're queer. And I know goddamn well that my family would try to sit here and argue and be like, no, we're not bigoted, man, 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 man. Meanwhile, when my aunt calls to talk to the place, or they call her, however the fuck it goes down, because they realize that they have not done the paperwork for after she dies, and they're gonna have to call me, she's like, yeah, she's got a daughter named, and gives my current name, but misgenders me. How are you gonna forget my gender but not my name? How are you gonna not call me my dead name, but also not gender me correctly? Please put those together for me. Other than you had to give them my legal name because I had to fill out legal paperwork, but you wanted just one more twist of the knife. And if that's not the case, oh well, that's the impression you've left me with. You've gone out of your way to show me that you find my personal values, I guess, to be abhorrent. And I know the shit that you said to my mother about me behind my back. So, like, I don't. Yeah, she never kept anyone's fucking confidence. Never. If you told that woman a secret, she told at least 47 other people. So, God help any of you that had any actual secrets, because, whoo. Yeah. I don't know, man. It's just a real fucking bummer that, like, people cannot be accepted for who they are, and that when you try to reach out to your family and be like, hello, I'd like to have an adult, mature conversation, you're met with, like, all the fucking resistance in the world. And then after the fact, then it's like, oh, I feel bad. Not even sad. Like, it doesn't, because, like, I know what sadness feels like. I know what depression feels like. I know what sorrow feels like. Like, it, you feel it in the pit of your chest. Like, it's like, ugh. I feel mildly bad, like, when you see a stranger trip and you know they're not really that hurt, but, like, oh, that's a bummer. Like, I feel that level of bad, maybe slightly more, about the fact that I don't give a shit that my mother's dead. If anything, I'm like, whew, now that's over. Awesome. Like, I'm not even gonna feel that when my dad dies, and I haven't talked to that motherfucker since I was 16 because he left me the fuck alone. None of the times that I got back in contact with my mother were at my behest. She always tried, and I was always dumb enough to fucking go back. Like any other fucking abusive relationship. My parents were my abusers, just like my previous spouses have been my abusers. And it's like. All I can hope is that my stepmother outlives my father so that when he dies, I don't have to hear shit. So that I literally never have to do this again. Because I don't want to fucking think about it. I hatched from a fucking egg, as far as I'm concerned. I mean, technically, yes, on a micro. But no, really, I'm a fucking alien. I hatched from an egg. I don't know, man. I wish that I gave a shit. I do. I wish that I had had a good enough relationship with my mother that I actually gave a shit. I remember years ago, fucking, oh god, I think Tommy was a baby, so it had to have been like 2008, 2009. Dan Savage, dude who writes Savage Love, the column, he does a podcast, he's done like documentaries and shit. He said some weird shit. Like, I'm not gonna stand by everything that Dan Savage has ever said, but I don't stand by everything that I've ever said. So let's be real. Um, but in large part, I'm a fan. Um, but his mom died quite a while back, and he had spoken very positively of her. And I remember sending him an email, with condolences, like, "Hey, I'm really glad that you had a mother that accepted you, and you got to experience that." And I am like, I think that that's awesome, and I wish that I had had that. I had a mother who accepted other people. I had a mother who hung out with other queer people and hung out with other trans people, and good for thee, but not for me. Like it, she was real open minded, real NIMBY kind of mom. Not in my backyard. It's real cute when other people do it, and that's a fucking novelty. And oh, that's adorable. Oh God, my ex-wife came out before I did, and I remember having a conversation with my mother where she was talking about referring to my ex-wife by the correct fucking pronouns, and she said I was magnanimous. That's the word she used. Magnanimous enough to accept blank. And I went, magnanimous? You think calling someone by their name and pronouns is magnanimous? Like, this is some grand fucking gesture to you? Are you fucking kidding me? And that was like more than 5 years ago, and she never got any better. And when I came out, it got worse. I do not want to hear from anyone who has not been in my fucking shoes. I just don't. If you have some happy, sunny fucking relationship with your parents and you're like, shame on you, you should honor thy parents, blah, blah, blah. Fuck the fuck off. You have no idea. I have not been a good parent. I have had to break the fucking horrible fucking. Oh my god. The shit that I did in the early years of my parenting, like, at the behest of my mother, because she was the one going, oh no, this is what you should do. And I was young, and I didn't know. And I did my best, but damn. And as I learn better, I do better. And that's all you can do as a human being. And I have apologized and will continue to apologize when I fuck up with my kids. I'm not a perfect parent. I will never be a perfect parent, but I strive to be the best and to improve and whatever. Like, I try. All I can fucking do is try. I'm never going to sit here and be like, I'm a good person. I'm a good dad. I can try to be those things, but it's not up to me whether or not I am those things. It's up to my kids whether or not I'm a good parent. You know? I don't know, man. I love you. Be safe. Make good choices.